All rise.
Sports Court is in session. Welcome to another edition of Sports Court, and while the NFL playoffs are in full swing, there's one team missing, and obviously that's the Detroit Lions. However, despite their absence from the postseason, a lot of people think that their head coach should still be recognized as the NFL's Coach of the Year. The candidates were named by the Associated Press, and Dan Campbell was not one of the finalists. A lot of people had a problem with that. Some felt that Dan Campbell was slighted given the turnaround the Lions had in the second half of the season. I am not one of those people. Dan Campbell does not deserve to be the NFL's Coach of the Year. Did the season end well? Yes, but like so many of you said when we asked what's the grade for the Lions season, the first half of the year matters as well. You can't make Dan Campbell the Coach of the Year because the Lions finished 9-8. They started 1-6. That counts against his record. I don't understand why people want Campbell to be the Coach of the Year.
Jamal, you're talking crazy right now. Are you kidding me? Dan Campbell not being the Coach of the Year? I think if they make the playoffs, he's in that discussion, and I think he wins it. It was in a remarkable turnaround, one of the best turnarounds in NFL history, and the fact that they're able to just give belief to the city of Detroit. When have you even seen that? And this guy, if they win a playoff game next year, which I think will happen next year, if they do that, they're going to rename the city of Detroit to Campbell. Are you kidding me? Like, you don't think he was the Coach of the Year? He was awesome.
I've seen Lions teams win 11 games in a season. I've seen that same Lions team have the #1 defense in the NFL and make it to the playoffs, and nobody considered that coach to be a Coach of the Year candidate. Obviously, they lost that playoff game to the Cowboys. That's neither here nor there. The point I'm making is there were coaches that did a better job. I'll give you just one example. Kyle Shanahan in San Francisco is on his third-string quarterback, who is Mr. Irrelevant, the very last player taken in the NFL draft, 7th-round pick, and where are the 49ers right now? Playing in the NFC Championship game. That is a heck of a coaching job. That's a Coach of the Year guy, a guy that had to overcome adversity that he couldn't control. The Lions starting 1-6 was something that Dan Campbell had full control over. He's got to get penalized for that.
The fact that he didn't make the playoffs definitely hurts him. And one thing that I point to, Nick Sirianni, the head coach of the Eagles, he was 9-8 last year. Now he's got the #1 seed in the NFC. And I honestly think he will end up winning Coach of the Year based off of the 5 candidates if Dan Campbell wasn't being considered. So you have to be very excited for the future for Dan Campbell. I don't think there's any coach in the NFL that's going to get any locker room as fired up as Dan Campbell. And that's the guy that you want to play for. That's the guy that you want to coach with. That's why Ben Johnson, the offensive coordinator, is nominated for the assistant coach of the year. And it's not because of just him. It's because of what Dan Campbell did. Dan Campbell should be recognized as a potential coach of the year.
Very valid point, and I think Ben Johnson's definitely going to win that award as the assistant coach of the year. So what's your verdict? Go to Facebook and comment, and next week we'll highlight our favorites.
Until next Thursday, Sports Court is adjourned.